Welcome. I'm Lee Cowan, and this is Here Comes the Sun, a closer look at some of the people, places, and things we bring you every weekend on Sunday morning. Legendary is pretty much an understatement when describing former Beatle Paul McCartney. Music may be his claim to fame, but he's also found another passion over the years: photography. He met up with Anthony Mason in London to discuss the art of the still image.
This picture was when we were arriving at, I think it was the Deauville Hotel in Miami.
I think your quote in the book was, "I can almost hear her scream."
Yeah, you can. The cop's got to restrain her, you know.
Well, I also love the cop in the foreground who just sort of looks puzzled by everything.
I know.
Yeah.
I like the architecture.
So do I.
Of that
I actually
hotel.
love it.
But you know, as we were saying before, that had to be taken really quickly.
Yeah.
Just had to snap that.
Yeah. But you have to have an eye to take that.
It's my left one.
Later in the show, Paul McCartney on capturing the beauty of the everyday in his photos.
You took a lot of pictures from cars, from the train, of just ordinary folks on the street. What drew you to that?
Well, I was attracted to, still am, to the working class, what you guys call blue collars. We don't call it that over here. So I was always wondering, people say he's blue collar. I go, what? He's got a nice shirt. He said, no, it's... Anyway, so we call it the working class, and I'm from the working class, and I'm like really proud. There's a lot of the people from my family were very smart. You know, and I say to people, never underestimate the working class. There's a lot of very smart people out there.
Plus, Jim Axelrod met a woman on a mission to finish a lifelong bucket list, but it's not her own. It's her late father's.
What she's sifted through the last 6 years is a list of all those things McCartney set out to do. 60 items he wrote down when he was 29. He'd only had a chance to try 6 when he was killed.
What do you think the value of writing a bucket list is?
You know, not only are you writing down your intentions for your life, but you're also committing to showing the world who you are authentically. So even if you don't finish it, maybe your kids find it someday, and then they know what you cared about, and that matters.
That's all coming up right here on Here Comes the Sun. Many of us can recognize Paul McCartney from those indelible images from the height of Beatlemania back in the 60s. But it turns out McCartney was documenting that experience from his own point of view with his own camera. Anthony Mason learned more about the photographs that he took on the Beatles' 1964 American tour.
Paul McCartney used his Pentax camera the same way he used his guitar, with total freedom.
Taking photographs, I'd be just looking for a shot.
Yeah.
And so I'd aim the camera and just sort of see where I liked it, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
And invariably, you pretty much take one picture.
3,000 screaming teenagers are at New York's Kennedy Airport to greet, you guessed it, the Beatles.
Early in 1964, the 21-year-old took his new camera on perhaps the most momentous musical journey of the 20th century. The Beatles' invasion of America.
I think we were moving fast.
Yeah.
So you just learned to take pictures quickly.
Hundreds of his photographs from that trip were recently rediscovered in McCartney's archive.
It was really nice. Number one, because I thought they were lost.
The images, collected in the new book, 1964, Eyes of the Storm, will be on view at the National Portrait